new friends who had been drawn to your talents. Was a little girl, Lissa, another eloquent-esque figure that hardly what all this means text and things have been right. And that, watch it because the time police who might do something about it. Keep
That's
making
the good
time
old
waves.
TVA.
But anyway, while you also got leads on a potential job dealing with a small dragon. And I think there was some discussion of possible going to if I recall.
Yep.
Okay.
You're touching up north to either or further north Leva.
Actually, I thought it was south north.
As I said,
Orange.
south would be very difficult to get to. The fast way is to go through the Strait of Monsters, which your ship is likely to survive. You're a wooden ship. Go the same way you went before, except don't stop at and hope that you don't get blown up. Typically.
Fun.
No, I mean, if you want to do that, you can. We somebody else solve the problem, but that's up to you.
I mean, fun.
I mean, it does sound like a challenge.
After finding that three of us fuckers not completely against the very unclimactic end to the game.
Now, we now have a time limit. We have a time limit.
Well, if you
the stuff back,
getting the cubes back without temple challenges, because basically you even head down there and hope not by anything, knowing storms in your way.
Well, Dover doesn't know about the temple challenges. 9 days, and we have 9 days to get this to beat this thing.
Well, I think we were talking about it at the table of like we dragon like the dragon job because more money that we would have back into Tomb. But none of it would know about.
An alternative route that gets to their way of travel.
I mean, if we
so basically
could
those are your options.
because now we can teleport now. By going into a room.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of getting more money and stuff before we
experience.
Yeah.
Oh, I get to level 10. Jasper's a happy girl.
Yeah.
It just it would make sense then. Let's just go right back into the Temple of Destruct with virtually that we had before.
Yeah. Like in game, Jasper wants money and like maybe some magic. Out of game, I want a fucking level. I need the level.
Yeah, I want a level as well.
That sounds good. Quit. I think 9 is like the bare minimum level to even try to attempt the temple.
I want my elemental form, and it's gonna out so fucking much if I get those elemental forms. Like, good luck killing me when I'm actively over 200.
Careful, that sounds.
It's gonna be a lot harder. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's get advantage of that.
Whenever she turns into here.
She-Hulk with
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun panel. That's because most of you see Wolverine for so long, and the Wolverine's actually kind of short in the comics.
Yeah.
Which means he's a little bit taller than the dwarf. Since D&D dwarfs are actually like close to almost average size, small-sized, average-sized humans. Like they're sort of 5 feet tall, than much shorter. You know, if you want, you got halflings, gnomes.
I guess Jasper's gonna look to Jester and ask, do you have any information or helpful? Have you?
I've dealt with things. But this is things that you need to do. I've unfortunately got things I need to do. Just figured I'd try and let you know about things. Maybe give you a hint.
Voice break. Jesus Christ. Okay, go ahead.
You have a solution for fast travel in the palm of your hand. Well, I have to go now. Bye. And when you look away for a split second, Jester's just gone.
Asteria, not being the smartest one of the bunch, is just gonna like be looking at everyone's hands. It's just like, what is everyone holding?
Ron, are you sure there's no relation there?
Now, I have never seen this woman or this thing in my life, but I can never deny it.
I'm insight checking. Run. 19.
Well, considering that he's not really lying, so I guess a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Hold on here.
Ooh.
Get him out of the way now.
You can't really tell because it is an odd question, and he's had a very assorted life. So
I mean, 19 insight against a natural 1, I would know that he's not lying. And all right, so I guess we're going to fight a red dragon.
Let's do it.
I want to guess that Jester was talking about maybe the coin that we have being a fast travel option. It's the only thing I can think of.
Dovin kind of looks a little excited. He's like, I've always wanted to fight an alive dragon.
Dovit, have you fought a dead dragon?
Yes.
Okay, fair point. So I think we're gonna need some maps to figure out how to even get to this fucking thing. We were told where it was, correct?
Side note, like out of character.
Hugh did not tell you where it was until you're gonna have to come back to him and say that you wish to take that job, and then he'll let you know.
I forgot we didn't actually take the job. We were going to talk to everybody about it.
Arya kind of looks at the group like, fighting a dragon sounds rather dangerous.
It'll be fine. It'll be fun.
I mean, this
Dovit
continent is dangerous.
looks at Run, starts speaking Gnomish. She says, if it's anything like that zombie dragon.
Hey.
Zombie
Fingers
dragon.
at the table.
actually, it was a T-Rex.
Close enough.
No fingers at the table.
What did I say? We all use the same language in here.
Arya's gonna look confused like, we're supposed to be speaking the same language?
I was just referring to an instance in the future with the little one here. We fought a a zombie T-Rex.
Alright,
Not
well,
just a live dragon.
That's not surprising with Run, or honestly with just this entire group. Okay,
We can avoid it next time.
yep, let's
Sounds
go
like
ahead
that's
and,
a
I
lot
guess,
of
tell
fun.
the guy that we're going to be taking the job.
hold up.
Is
Out of character side note, remember, like, I was ready to essentially kick everyone out of the room besides Aria, Erdon, and Jasper.
Oh, yes, that is correct.
Do you want
Runs
to go
already
down
got
to
all the
Whispers?
maps spread across. Sure. That way they got their chance
You-
to do something or
You said
whatever.
Arya and Jasper, yes?
Erdon.
And Erdon, so
Well, Erdon and Jasper, they're in the same thing,
Yeah.
so.
right, but
Yes.
I was talking token wise, so I'm going to grab everyone to Whispers. Alright.
all right. Now that everyone's out of the room, Jasper, I'm going to test you.
Mm,
We don't know where this red dragon's at, but we apparently know where supposed to meet the lightning dude.
uh,
Erdon, you kind of have a little bit of knowledge of what may or may not happen depending upon what route we take.
Yeah.
Stereo or wow.
mhm.
You're going to be my unbiased opinion in here.
Maria nods very seriously.
And how am I being tested exactly, Captain, my captain?
Well, right now you're going to put the captain hat on.
Excuse the fuck out of me?
It's just while we're in this room right now. You're going to put the captain hat on.
Oh, this should be fun.
I want you to tell me what you think our best plan of action is. Erdon, don't be afraid to throw out and are any opinions you or insight, tips, whatnot you may have towards it.
Out of character, I hate you right now.
Maria's gonna raise her hand.
Yes,
don't have-
Arya.
Can I have a hat too?
I'll wear the metaphorical hat, you can wear the literal one, and just...
I don't even have a hat.
Maria looks disappointed.
Okay.
We'll,
Grizz,
we'll get you a chef's hat.
Well, I'm going to say that the best course of action would be to tell the guy that we're taking the job first off, so we can know exactly where it is we need to go.
Are we taking the job?
I think everyone's agreed that we need the money, we need the extra resources, so yeah.
Again, you have the captain's hat. It's your decision right now.
Here's a question for you. Do any of you currently have the map on you? You're on
I had run lay the maps out on the table
Okay.
and leave them there before at the
So
end of last
I
session.
will take you to the player's map page so you can take a look at the map. This is where you got to, all the way over here where your ship icon still is rating. That's how far you got to in like 8 or 9 days, given the weather, which is not even Omu is all the way over here. So you couldn't even get to Omu over there.
Right.
What
Yes, remember,
does
as
it look?
you're considering, don't be afraid to ask Erdon questions on like what he thinks either plan to go.
Normally, I had off course a week ago was until it happened to be inhabited by pirates, and things got very weird very fast.
Right. So honestly, yeah, going after this dragon would be an even better course of action, seeing as we can probably avoid these storms and not get blown off of course. Maybe have an easier time getting to Umu from where we were planning on going before knocked off course and fuckery happened.
Another GM reminder: on foot, each one of those hexagons is a day.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, if I remember correctly, we were planning on sailing around the Mist Cliffs and past the bay, going down past Kobold Mountain, and we were going to dock at Shilku Bay, I think it was, and then travel through the jungle there up into Umu. But
Because it'd probably be faster than trying to hoof it from Port Nzaro on foot, even traveling on the rivers.
yeah, that was the plan, and then we got knocked off of course by all the storms.
Well, not much off, of course. You just got delayed. So as it sets forth, without fast travel, there is no way to intersect the one dude at Umu, because it took that weird bit of chaos that Run no longer has access to in order to get him to notice you when you guys were over here at the anchorage.
Especially since we're technically already 1 day behind, so we have no clue what that storm is like now.
I have no clue what the storm is like. And do I know about how many days it would take from where we are to get to Shilku Bay?
Can you revise that? I'm not sure I understand.
Like as if we're trying to sail.
Yeah. Like we're trying to sail around the Mist Cliffs, like the route that I was describing before. How many days would it take us to get to Shilku Bay?
It'll take more than the amount of time that you have, because it'll take you at least the amount of time that you took originally to get down here to the bay.
Yeah.
And then it'll take a couple days more to get over to here to Shilku Bay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the entire group already agrees with it, and no matter what, I'm going to have time to get to the keep. So
the jester said we had a way of fast traveling in the palm of our hands.
Yeah, if that's what you wish to do.
I was gonna say it would be a lot better if the jester would have told us exactly what that is, because the only thing that I can think of is that coin, and I would rather use that later than now just to go straight there.
Well, that coin, my understanding, basically a gateway to the Mistress of Chaos, where Run made his deal that caused us to have such trouble when we got to the Pirate Bay. As far as I know, if he goes back there again and makes that deal again, it could play out differently. It could not end up with bad results as it did last time. But he will most likely make that deal again because Run.
Well, Run did tell us about him making the deal with the genie. If he liked being with the Traveler so much, why did he change deals? I don't think that he's going to make that deal again, because at least he's one of the ones that remembers what exactly happened. Well, he changed the deal, went to another patron. I think maybe he'll hold that same mentality if we go back to the Traveler. Now, the thing is the Traveler going to remember that Run made that deal, or did they also go back in time? The Traveler may be a little bit pissed off about that.
Yeah, that also something I just thought about.
Right now, I do believe the best course of action is to go and fight this dragon. We would have access to its horde. We would have 50% ownership of the mine. That would give Run quite a bit of materials that he needs to do modifications to the ship, make his arcane cannons. We would have a better chance of sailing down there, and whatever we come across, then we could better deal with it.
Yeah, I just
And then if we need to use the fast travel option, we use it after we fight the dragon and after we get as much as we need.
I do agree with that. As far as what awaits us in the Tomb of the Nine Gods. I don't think we're ready at the moment. The trials themselves will prove trouble for us, but even if we have to go get every single cube by ourselves, it's just more time for us to prepare.
We went through some of those temples before to get the cubes, and some of them aren't that difficult. One of them, we
We almost
lost
died.
someone. One of us did die. So that's going to be the one that I'm worried about. But if we have a
Who
little
that
bit
was?
more if we have a little bit more experience under our belt, hey, you fucking that was your fault. If we have a little bit more experience under our belt, then maybe we can have a better time of doing this.
We won't have Mr. Kyle to save us again. We'll have to probably strategize.
We won't need Mr. Kyle to save us. We've got me and you and Torin that we can all heal.
I mean, you all have prior knowledge of that particular challenge. Or we can find some kind of a way around it, or put the odds in our favor on it. But I am 100% in agreement that the Red Dragon's probably a good opportunity.
It will be dangerous, there's no doubt about that, but great danger, great reward.
The way I look at it, if we can't take down a young Red Dragon, what chances do we have of taking out the Soulmonger?
There's that point as well. And that's a very good point. First thing we need to do is go to the guy that gave us the job, tell him that we are accepting it, and figure out where exactly we need to go. Because we can't make a solid plan until we find out where exactly we need to be.
Is that your final decision?
As of right now, yes. We can come back to the table, look at the maps, do the planning that we need to do to get there after we figure out where we need to go. We can't really plan a route until we know where we need to go.
Look at Torin. Has that got your approval there, Captain?
That's the answer I was hoping for. So
By
what we
the
need to do
way,
is
where you
then
said it's my decision, where I'm apparently captain for my decision as captain would be to do what the group is okay with. So, like I said, we've already all agreed to this pretty much. So, yeah.
again remember, mainly a test for you. But that was all solid information I was looking for, all solid decisions that I was hoping to hear. So first things first, like you said, we need to go let dude know we're taking the job, get the location. And then before we even come back to the ship to start planning tactically, we need to branch out, ask hunters, mercenaries, anyone who may have any experience dealing with the Red Dragon, whether it be young, old, what, that give us an upper hand and help us with planning for it.
Yeah.
Is there a
Ray will
check?
raise her hand again.
Aria?
Yes.
What if we don't run into anyone who knows how to fight a dragon?
Then unfortunately, we may have to go in blind on this.
That sounds dangerous.
Which we know the guy that had told us about the job, he's already seen and faced this thing once. He was able to get away from it, so he would have a little bit of information, though probably not much, as he was trying to escape with his life. But he managed to do it, so.
Erdon has a question for the DM.
I'm
Is
listening.
there a check or something that I could roll as a ranger to see like what knowledge, if any, I have of red dragons?
Sure. Knowledge Arcana, please. Well, you know
15.
that they are resistant to fire, that they breathe fire, they are flying, they have typically have tail and bite attacks, that they enjoy gold, that they often can get other smaller creatures bullied around to work for them.
Relay all that information to them. Like, this is all I know about them.
So you pretty much know all the basics and told us all the basics, other than they have scales.
All right,
Yeah.
smartass.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist on that one.
And that they could possibly have minions that we need to fight.
If the fight gets too much, I could turn the dragon into a little bug. Maybe. I have a spell that could work. Maybe.
That could work. How long can you take a bug?
An hour. But I have to maintain my concentration. I don't know if they've turned back if harm came to it.
So hold that thought. We'll keep that discussion for when we start talking, like, tactics wise.
All right, so
Because Ron and the others might have other skills they might be able to put to use to go and go along and complement that.
and now who's going to tell the guy that we're taking the job?
Well, I'm gonna send the rest of y'all out. Jasper, go ahead. Take Ron.
Oh
Because
God.
I know he's chaotic and whatnot, but he's good at getting information. And he's good at getting information out of people. Take Ron, find the dude, accept the job. Take the map with you so Ron can mark it on the map. The rest of you, Arya, Erdon, grab the other two, branch out, try to get information about red dragons. I have stuff here on the ship I need to prepare.
Sounds good.
Okay.
And break on
And
3. 1, 2, 4.
actually,
I didn't hear
and
three.
Erdon, could you maybe step out of the room really quick? I have to talk to Torin about something.
Yep.
Bitch.
Okay.
Take your time.
She didn't even give him a chance. Ha!
This is in character or out of character?
In character.
Alright.
Oh, what was that about? You've never let me put on the captain's hat or anything like that. So, what was that?
Well, obviously, I've died already once. Granted, both of us have. But in the off chance it happens again, I definitely need to prepare someone else to be able to band these guys together and keep them moving. Instead of relying on sheer desperation, brought us back, thankfully, but that's never good for a group. If there would have been more than probably the 3 that remembered about what happened, this group would probably be broken by it.
Together before. If everyone forgot, then I think really the only ones that would have left would be Mysteria because she would have no reason for being here, and Michael wouldn't have found his way back to us. We wouldn't even know who we were. We wouldn't have been able to tell him anything, so he probably would have ended up in whatever plane or doing whatever experiment he was before. But as long as there's nothing else going on, then I don't think it's a terrible idea to prepare somebody else. It's just kind of a shock that you would choose me to do it
Oh, you are the first mate.
against my will.
That's beside the point.
We both know I was fighting pretty hard to not be first mate, but kind of the only one left, and also it makes sense because I'm kind of closer to you than anybody else is. So that's really the only reason why I took up the position. Gives me an excuse. But, all right, let's go get this shit done.
Yep, go get them going. I have work to do here.
Yep.
We're getting everyone back.
All right.
All right, all right, all right.
All right,
I'll
Ryan,
walk
you're
out
coming
with
with me.
the other. Yeah, I'll walk out with the
Oh,
other floor. Jasper knows what's going on. Everyone, just listen to her. She'll point you in the direction we need you guys to take. Once you guys get what you need, information wise, everyone come back to the ship.
Hang on one second.
I hit the wrong button.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not good.
All right, I'm back. Yeah,
I'm back.
Run. You're coming with me. Fucking brain fart. Jesus Christ. I just woke up not too long ago. Rodon will walk up to Asteria, Dovit, Michael and Aria, and say, all right, we need to go get information on a red dragon, I suppose.
Ooh, a red dragon.
Sounds interesting. So where should we start?
Do you
Well,
think anyone in the arena might know?
I don't really know of anyone who might know, so we're
What
just going to
about?
be asking around.
Are there any like local guilds, like wildlife guilds, or anything that might be more knowledgeable on the subject of wild dragons?
Asteria's been here before, so would she know about any?
Give me a history check.
Come on, College of Lore.
Oh, you don't know of any guilds in this particular city that go to that. That being said, I know that the Beastmaster and Beast Trainer Ifan Telrovo Ura might know something about dragons.
Okay. She'll relay that to the party.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
I could look over some of my notes, see if because my guild has dealt with dragons before. If you could allow me, I could possibly send a message at least to my guild and see if they might be able to send something our way.
Good as idea as any. Can Asteria make an Arcana check to see what she might know about them?
Go for it. Probably the same
Although,
information that Erdan spoke about.
okay.
Hold on a
Just the
second here.
pretty much that they breathe fire, they are heat resistant, they like gold, they have minions. Same information.
Okay.
Run. Red dragons, fire breath, fire resistance, tail strike, biting. They like gold. They often have minions.
Out of curiosity, do you have any exact information about this a particular dragon that I might be able to use?
Not at the moment. The guy that was giving us the job said that he's faced it and he kind of ended up without a limb. Pretty much everyone else that he knew didn't make it out, but somehow he managed to. But all we really know is that it's holed up in an iron mine and it killed a lot of people. So whenever we go back to accept the job, then we can try to get a little bit more information and also the location as to where it is, going to ask around town, anybody else that has any information on how exactly we can fight a red dragon or maybe some weaknesses they may have, anything that might help us.
Did he seem nervous in the least bit?
Not nervous per se, but definitely wanting the dragon out of his mind.
Okay, because I had the thought cross my mind that maybe he was the dragon's minion luring in new people for the dragon.
No, I think after he lost a limb to the dragon, he just wants it dead.
Okay. If you say we can trust him, I will trust him.
Yes. I agree.
I am sorry for the questions. After what we have gone through, I want to be as careful as possible.
What exact information was Jasper and Run supposed to get besides just information on the job?
You're supposed to mark it on the map.
Yeah, we need the location.
And since he's already dealt with it, he might have some information on the dragon.
Okay, yeah, we covered that one. Okay, make sure there wasn't anything else I was forgetting about.
Out of curiosity, Grizz, would we know of any messenger services within the town, preferably one that knows sending spells?
Let's see. Give me an investigation check.
Ooh.
If Asteria could change out her spell, she could get it. Unfortunately, bards can't do that.
La, da, da, da. Investigation.
You haven't seen any.
Dovid turns to Asteria. Asteria, when we come face to face with this dragon, would you happen to have any spells to give me fire resistance of any kind? To tank his aggro.
1 second. Things for a second. No, I don't. But Jasper will pipe up. I do.
Very nice. Yes, if we need to, I can tank his aggro. If you can give me the resistance.
Arya looks over to Jasper. It's like, oh, is it one of our spells? Like, what spell is it?
I think it's absorb elements.
Okay, I'll see if I have it.
Yeah, absorb elements. It's first level spell.
Yeah, I have it, but it's a reaction. For me, it's a reaction spell that only works on myself.
Yeah, same thing for me.
Yeah, it's resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn. Also, the first time you hit with a melee attack on your next turn, the target takes 1d6 damage of the triggering type, which is kind of fucking useless, as if it's dealing that type of damage, it's probably going to have resistance or immunity, but it still gives you resistance, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but that gives yourself.
Exactly. It's useful regardless, but as far as just protecting yourself, but
There's also protection from energy, which is 3rd level. It basically does the same thing, just without you dealing the extra damage, but you gain resistance
Yeah,
to one
the
damage
willing
type.
creature you touch, so you give it. But it is a concentration spell.
Yeah.
So
I've got plenty of damage spells that aren't concentration, though, so I can still cast those and not have to worry about it.
yeah, I
I
mean,
also do. Nope, that's self. Never mind. Of it, but that's a self spell.
Well, if we have enough money for it now, we could always get potions of fire resistance.
very
That is
true.
also
Very
true. We got the money for it, Dovit.
Okay, so I need to go back to the guy I got all the health potions from.
Yes, you're going to be getting information on Red Dragon as well, and also you guys go back to the potion sellers and get any fire resistant potions that they may have.
And so when I go out, I have to go out with out of character. When David goes out, he has to go out with another group of people who don't know, um, who the shop owner doesn't know is associated with the rest of our group.
Kind of reiterates that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Asteria and Dovit are probably going to be the ones that go in and do that.
And Run will give a list of things to price as well, uh, like arcane crystals and possibly uh, let's see, what level is sending?
I think it's 3rd level.
It's either 1st or 3rd.
No,
No, I think I'm thinking a message. Message is a cantrip.
Yeah.
3rd.
Sending is 3rd, yeah.
Okay. How much a couple of 3rd level scrolls would be, and see if he might have a scroll case that can be connected to, uh, uh, might possibly be connected to another scroll case.
Run.
Hmm.
These are a bunch of magical items that we don't exactly have the money for right now. The fire resistance potion, yes.
That's why I said pricing. That's why I said pricing.
Well, the sending, that we could use now so you can send a message to your guild, but third level pricey.
Yes, it is.
Out of
And
out of character, at what point should we invest in some of those? This is in direct reference to a TikTok that you've sent me. Rocky Top.
Oh, yeah.
talking stones.
Sending
Yes.
Sending stones.
I feel like we had some at one point. I feel like we did.
Did we have sending stones at some point?
We
think
did
we did.
in another timeline.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
They still
Run
be
might
there.
still have those. Because I do have them on my sheet.
DM, would we still have those?
I feel like we got those after we used the coin.
If you're talking, you're muted, Grizz.
Oops.
communication easy while we're all doing our own thing.
Well, we only have 2.
Right, but as far as I know, there's only like 2 groups right now, isn't there?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Run, you're gonna come with me. We're gonna go to the guy, tell him that we're accepting the job, get any information that he has. The rest of you are on pricing and information duty. Good.
Just one thing though, I was with Run when we went back over to that guy that sells the magical items and whatnot. I don't know if he would be too happy to see me or not.
That's why I'm saying
I
Dovit.
think, yeah,
That's why. Hang on. That's why I said Dovit are going.
Oh,
Asteria's
got
already talked to him, and he's got the charisma. He can talk to people and not make them angry like some others.
right. I just happened to mention that I was with him, and that just wasn't such a good idea. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely make sure not to mention that we have anything to do with this group.
Yes, exactly.
We
Wait,
didn't before.
Right. Would Dovit know that though? Like, did we have a discussion about that guy after we got back with the health potions?
Well, that's what Michael's saying. He's going to mention it to us before we all break. So yes, we will know about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, exactly. That way we're all on the same page and don't goof up and go, "Oh yeah, I'm with that group. I know who you're talking about." Then he's just gonna be like, "Nope, sorry, I can't sell to you."
There's actually
so
3
Run
groups.
will hand one of the stones to Torin, and he'll give the other one to Jasper.
Torin's staying on the ship. He's got shit to do.
All right, who's the leader of the other group then?
Why are you pointing at me?
Or-
Well, it's not Arya.
There's
I'm not gonna have both the fucking stones. I'm gonna be talking to myself, just like, "Hey, Asteria, yeah, Jasper, what do you need?"
If you want, I'll lead the other group.
I was gonna point out, because of the shortness of tonight's session, and the fact that we've done a bunch of, pricing runs recently, I was just gonna put this week in the chat, like for the pricing information segment, basically
Oh,
for
that's fine.
for between sessions stuff as a result, just because of the amount of time
Okay.
that we have tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about information gathering, like talking to people? Do you want us just to have basically roll persuasions?
What are you
Or
talking to
just-
them about? Because we did do the talking to people, and this is the information we'd already gotten. So what's the new information you want?
Well, I know they had
First,
said talking about if anyone had fought a dragon, and I didn't know if we had gone out.
The Run got a 25 in his Arcana check. That's kind of like the maxed out information I know how to give about a dragon.
and then the
So,
second
it's
was
like
just
basically
accepting
you're
the
not going to
job
learn
and
anything
all that.
new from
Well,
anybody outside of the guy that you need to go talk to about the job.
Yeah, basically, we get information from him before I can send any information request to my guild.
Okay.
Because basically, I would need to know name, at least the name of the dragon,
Okay.
and age of the dragon, so that way we'd know what to expect.
Well, he said that it was a young red dragon, and it's only been, I think he said 3 months.
years.
Grizz. Oh, 3 years. My bad. So it can't have gotten much bigger than young.
Yeah.
Nah. So at least need a name to send back to the guild.
Okay. Must have missed all that. Must have dozed off.
only thing Erdon was gonna try was kind of talk around and see if he could find anyone selling a dragon bestiary.
There's a thought. Let's deal with those roles after the job posting. Again, this is because of the time limit we have for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's going to see Hugh?
Jasper and Run.
Alrighty. So Jasper and Run make it over to the Thundering Lizards, where the dwarf is currently hanging out.
And Jasper will walk right up to him because she's the one that talked to him. No, maybe was she that talked to him before? I think so. hard if I can keep track of which character did what.
Yeah, because it was Jasper and Torn.
Okay, yeah. Jasper walk up to him and
Scarred
we
dwarf
decided
looks up
to-
from his drink. Eh?
we decided to take the job.
Oh, that is excellent news. Well, I gotta need to go then. Do you got those supplies? I can lead you there. It's gonna take probably a few weeks to get there.
Did you say weeks to get there?
Well, yeah, of course. It's over in the Cold Blood Mountains. They're all the way to the south.
Hopefully, maybe doing that fast travel now.
Is this going over land, perhaps?
Well, yes, it's not that easy to get around the real water. It's been a long time since there's been an active port in that region. Even before the mine shut down.
We could possibly make it part of the way by river.
Well, yes, I would very much advise taking a canoe.
How about one of these and I pull out the folding boat?
That's perfect. Easy to carry.
Now, I will need about 24 hours before we can set off because, well, I want to make sure that we are properly prepared. Do you happen to remember the name of the dragon?
Yeah, he says pulling at his beard. Yeah, it's a young dragon, probably from the mainland. She burned a lot of people with a bit of rage and shouted her name occasionally, saying something about her name being Tinder, I believe. A common enough name, I imagine, for a red dragon. No qualifiers
Tinder.
that I heard.
I do know that most times dragons' names are rather hard to pronounce. Tinder. Okay, and he pulls out his little notepad and writes it down. Cobalt Mountains. Currently. And real quick, would you happen to know of any messenger guilds around that might be
Messenger.
able to?
Kind of shakes his head. Oh, you're serious? No. Yeah, I've been hearing about those folks coming from Lauren talking about some instantaneous communication systems they're trying to rig up. I think they had one going over at Camp Righteous.
Oh, Camp Righteous. Oh. And he pulls out his map and unrolls it. Ah, yes, we've been there before.
It's a few days journey down the river.
And of course, I don't think was Jasper with us?
I don't remember Camp
No,
Righteous,
not for
but I
Camp
remember
Righteous.
the,
Okay.
Vengeance.
Arya was with you. Just you and I are. Run.
Sorry, he
Just
would have
Arya
said.
and
Sorry, he would have said Camp Vengeance, not Camp Righteous. I get those
Okay,
two mixed
well-
up in my head.
He has. Well, they have been to both, so.
There's Camp
Yeah,
Righteous.
but-
Camp Righteous was destroyed. Camp Vengeance is the one that's currently active.
Okay, then yeah, Jasper's been there with you. So I think that's actually where we went before we went to go to where Erdan was, so she would still remember that.
Exactly.
I just look over to Run. Well, we were there not too long ago, and we didn't really make any enemies, so as well.
And he rolls it back up and stuffs it into his back into his scroll case. Oh, well, that was only maybe like a day and a half travel by river. Maybe
Sorry
two at the
about
most.
that. Each of the river tiles is like a half day, and there are let's see, how many river tiles between here and there? Let's see here. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's nearly a week to get to Camp Vengeance.
Oof. Okay.
I didn't think it was that long the last time. But damn.
I think we fast traveled a lot.
Oh, we kind of did, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but the river, basically, each tile is half day. Sailing on the ocean, I believe it was 4 tiles per day, possibly more. Because each tile is 8 miles, and pretty much in a congested jungle, that's how far you can make it on foot. And on a slow moving river, that's, you can make it about 16 per day. Over water, I think it was something like 24, 28, something like that. Maybe 30.
Yeah, Jasper will look over to run. I mean, either way, we're not going to be able to get back to that guy in time to get the cubes unless we fast travel straight there. But that's kind of what we agreed upon. Of it's best to do this before we do that anyway.
Yeah. Uh, 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 uh,
I wanted to take
how?
a little bit of extra time.
Okay. Yeah. We would definitely need to prioritize when we would need to use our fast travel, because fast travel is quite expensive.
How far is it from Camp Vengeance, or like where we need to go to get to the Red Dragon to Umu?
Oh, depending on how much trouble it's probably. Let's see. Do you share your map with him?
Yes.
Right, so let's see here.
Camp Vengeance was like right here.
Right here.
Oh, good, gotcha.
So river. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 25 days from Camp Vengeance to there.
Okay.
If I had a sending scroll, I could actually be able to attack the Demi. We could possibly make some sort of arrangements.
Give me your Arcana check.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Oh, you're trying to contact. Do you remember his name? Oh, right. You can use general description to contact him too.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure. He's not shielded from divinity or from other things, so yeah, that makes sending possible.
Yeah, for sending, all you have to be is familiar with the person that you're sending it to.
I gotta go ahead and hop off, but since it's just running all this information, we maybe relay it to me next session.
All right.
Definitely.
All right. Well, y'all have a great night.
You
Good
Take care.
night.
Bye.
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 Sleep well.
Good night.
Thank you.
All right. Is there anything else you need to discuss with Hugh, or do you take him back to your ship? What do you do? Or you said you still need some time to get ready?
Well, if we would be would you happen to know if any of those folks might be in town?
Which folks?
The ones with the instant communication.
Uh, Probably. I heard that there was an alarm ship not here not that long ago. I'd be surprised if some more were in town. Sound
And
like I know them.
Run kind of strokes his Fu Manchu. He kind of remembers what they looked like because of the iron ship they came in on.
What is this X right here against the middle of nowhere?
It's some sort of point of interest. It's that floating stone that you've seen at a distance. You never got close to it.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, how did we get into the middle of the fucking jungle and not pass by anything else?
Because we weren't on a walkabout, mate.
Oh. Okay.
Uh, would you happen to? We do have a ship in port, and perhaps you would like to come and rest there.
Oh, that's mighty kind of you. I think I'll do that. Yeah. He finishes up his drink and slides off his stool.
Jasper, I will join you later. I am going to see if I can perhaps find one of them kind folks.
I'm gonna reach in my pocket really quick and just make sure the coin's still there.
It is.
Okay.
Oh, I see how it is.
I love you, Run, but I don't trust you as far as I can throw your little dumbass. Alright, with her hand still in her pocket, she will walk away and lead the new person to the ship.
Alright.
While they're on the way, like, he did say that he's going to be going with us to show us where the red dragon is, right?
Yes.
Okay. He happened to, like, mark a point on the map at all?
Yeah, I'll take care of that after I'm done here.
Okay.
So you return to the ship, and by this point, after this time amount, whatever Torin's been doing has been done.
Jasper's gonna lead the dwarven fellow to Torin and just be like, oh,
Before you walk through the door, he throws a mug at the door. Come back when you have the rest of the group.
hey, rudeness. I was just gonna say we have a guest on the ship. That's hospitality you're showing there.
One of the shipmates kind of winces and says, well, the captain's kind of busy with something.
What is he busy with?
Been sworn to secrecy, ma'am.
I'm gonna walk over to him and grab him. Not with me.
He said, especially you. Got this look of terror on his face, though.
And somewhere in the back of her mind, she hears, "Well, I hear he's a great baiter."
So, Ron, give me an investigation check.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist it.
He's gonna be making a thundercloud appear over his head. What did he tell you?
Alright. You do see an embassy. But we can deal with that later. Kind of need
Yep.
you back on the ship at the moment. We can just talk about that in an out of character, between session role play thing.
Okay, that
Sounds
works.
sounds good.
Yeah, she's just making a fucking storm cloud appear over this dude's head, and is about to cast Call Lightning. What did he tell you?
Not allowed to say.
You have about 3 seconds to say before a lightning bolt comes down on your ass.
He's threatened the same things.
Jasper, would you mind coming down for just a moment, please?
Lucky the gnome saved your ass. I'll let him go and go down to run. What?
Yeah, someone's knocking on the captain's door now, and saying, "Everyone's gathered, Captain."
All right, bring him in.
And the guy that Jasper was threatening kind of points towards the door, saying, "Yeah, see, he's letting people in now. Go speak to him."
Nobody puts his arm around that crew member and says, "It's okay. It's over now."
He kind of whispers to you, I think I'm gonna need a new job."
That is your
Poor
decision.
little feller.
That is your decision. I will respect whatever you decide. But I think you should stay.
As soon as Jasper walks in, just looks to Torin. If you really want to prep me to be new captain, then how about not having the crew keep secrets for your ass?
Just for one moment. Shh.
You just shush me?
All right, what's all this about?
Okay. I imagine everyone's here.
Yeah,
Yep, we're here.
tokens aren't in the room.
Oh. Right. There you go.
I was like, don't fall off the ship.
Looks like Ron's out there swimming.
I went first.
You want to do the description, Grizz, or you want me to take it away?
It's your description. Go ahead.
Okay. Yay, I get to do a little bit of narrative, like I'm being a DM again. So, as you guys walk in, on the table, you actually see a big, lavish feast prepared for you. There's a mug filled with ale sitting at every chair and an empty plate waiting at every chair for Buddy. Except at Torrent's chair, as he just stands behind. As you notice, though, on the wall behind him, leaning up against it, is his bag, completely packed, and his clothing has actually changed. He's only wearing the chest part of his armor, forearms, his boots and greaves, then wearing traveler clothes underneath all of it. And now wearing a traveler's cloak with his hood down.
Jasper does not look happy seeing all of this.
With that, once he sees actually everyone enter, Torn just looks at everyone. Please, before you ask any questions, just take a seat, raise the mug for me.
All right.
Jasper will walk over and grab a mug, but she's not sitting down.
Take a seat.
So, it was a long-standing tradition in my clan that when the Jarl, or in this case, leader, captain, was to ever leave, whether it's going on a raid, change in leadership, or they were just leaving for good, they would do one final act for their people by preparing a feast for them, not for himself. With that being said, that is what I have here laid out in front of you. Unfortunately, I have my personal reasons for leaving is the only reasons that would ever pull me away from this group and from this mission you're on.
You see Run, his face goes. The usual jovial gnome, you see his face kind of just becomes pale and sullen as he kind of looks down.
And Soren looks over at Run. Run, put that smile back on. Because I don't want you guys to be sad. I don't want you guys to feel any ill will towards me as I leave. This feast for you here, this ale I have prepared for you here, this is our last night. Be happy, be merry, drink to your heart's content. I want to leave on good memories. So I
Dovin
might
is. Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna say Dovit is a little sad at the thought of losing Torin again, but knowing being Dragonborn himself and knowing the customs and the honors that goes along with the customs, he knows he cannot feel sad, or else it would be disrespectful towards him.
When did you find out you had to leave?
In town, as we were collecting information, there was one shopkeeper you were talking to. I kind of drifted down the street a little bit to see if I could pick up other intel. I got a message. As of right now, that's the most I'm going to say. Again, with that, I don't want you guys to be worrying about me. I want. I, I don't plan on dying by all means, but in the chance we never see each other, and I doubt that'll ever happen, I want happy memories.
Well, at least I can say that my happy memory is you are still alive. As you see some tears well up in his eyes.
Dovit puts his hand on Gnome's shoulder and picks up the mug with his other. To the captain.
Hold up here. Now that you say that, as of earlier today, kind of lied to you on this part, Jasper.
Yeah, I've noticed.
As of earlier today, I named Jasper your new captain.
I see.
Erdon and Aria were there for it.
To Torin.
To Torin.
Fine.
And
You found what you're looking for.
And Run just raises the mug to family.
To family.
To
No
fam.
matter how dysfunctional we are, no matter where we go, we will always be together.
And I think that's a good sentiment to end on for tonight.